Minus iPhone. Stereo. File. Recorder HQ. Settings.
Okay,
Button.
so I'm lying down, and I've been lying down for the past hour. Yeah, what was I meant to demonstrate on here now? Anyway, I'll think about it while I'm chit-chatting. Oh, poor Rachel Keat. Oh, God, Michelle's going to do another rant. Yes, of course, I'm going to do another rant soon. Yes. No, but sorry, but that's how I deal with things. Is it the nicest way to say it? That's how I deal with things. I mean, I do get over everything. I can't be upset for the next 90 years, can I? So, well, yeah, you've just got to take the fact that this is how I am with handling some situations. Not everything upsets me, but, well, once I'm over it, I'm fine. But when I'm not over it, because I'm getting over it, well, I don't know. I don't. Just some situations come at odds with me. That's all, and it's like I don't want to. I don't know, settle in the immediate aftermath of a bloody stupid situation that gets me, like Uber Eats, for example. Like, yeah, okay, it's easy to say don't get worked up, but it's my money that they're wasting, so why shouldn't I? And I can be as upset as I want. And once I'm okay after a while, because I just get back to normal, then yeah, that's good. That's a good thing. Not to say that anybody is doing anything wrong by telling me to settle, or, or don't be too upset or whatever. That's fine. That's not wrong. It's just that I just cope like that. So, but yeah, I'll see what Uber Eats has got to say, and if they don't help me out, sorry to say this, but I won't use them anymore. I mean, I want to because I like ordering a Porto and all that sort of stuff, so yeah, but yeah, I'll have to see what changes I make. If I decide to use Uber Eats again, I will decide what changes I need to make in order to not have missing orders. Yeah. I guess that's all I can say about that one for now. But I must say thanks for ordering dinner tonight, Rachel, if you're listening, because that was very appreciated. And what will happen on Tuesday, I will, the story. So yeah. Yes, very nice of you to help out with that, because I'd usually just pay my own way, and yeah, we were sharing dinner, and that's fine. But I am being stupid because I know this recording is going to go up on YouTube. But yeah,
Recorder HQ. Minus 0. Pause. Stop. Pause. Minus. Pause. Minus.
Sorry, had to clear my throat then. Yuck. Ew. Anyway, it's okay now. Okay, so as I was saying, excuse me. As I was saying, I am being stupid, because I know this is going to go up on YouTube soon. Oh, God. Now what was I actually saying? Oh, shit. Anyway, I'll find ways to prevent my orders from going missing with Uber Eats, and I'm going to keep on nagging at them until I get a refund for my order. because, yeah, anyhow, that's done and, well, it isn't exactly over, but I'll just wait and see what happens. And, yeah, dinner was very, very nice. Oh, just lying back, relaxing. And I bought 500 megabytes of data today, and I've now used it almost all up. I've less than 100 megabytes of data left. Amazingly. Wow. Anyway, now what was I going to demonstrate on here? Oh, jeez, what was I going to do? It's actually, yeah, it's actually a bit annoying, when I try and use Safari to use YouTube, because,
WordPress. Now. Simply Karina.
hang on.
iPhone mic.
Because
-6.
for some reason, when I open YouTube in Safari,
-7. 9. 7. Pause. Stop. Button.
It thinks I'm using YouTube. So it quickly opens the YouTube app, and I'm thinking, that is not what I wanted it to flip and do. And then to stop that, I've got to put YouTube into iCloud. Then I've got to load it off iCloud, and I'm like, nah, I'm sick of doing that. I'm really sick of it. Oh, that's what I was going to demonstrate. I was going to demonstrate the new Apple Books app, that's right. I forgot. It's finally come back to mind. Yeah.
Pause. Button. Minus.
Sorry,
Pause.
I had
Stop.
to pause the recording again to clear my throat again. Yuck. I've had a bit of a throat thing all day today, but it doesn't feel like it's deteriorating, so I'm not going to be too up in arms about it at the moment. I reckon it's just a minor throat infection thingy that just goes away on its own, and hopefully that's all it is. Anyway, I want to demonstrate the new, or did I demonstrate the new Apple Books app? Oh crap, did I already do that? Now I'm starting to remember maybe I have done all of that. I think I have done that app. Oh God. Okay, so I forgot that I need to demonstrate the Apple Books app, but now that I think about it, I might have already done that. It's just in case if anybody hasn't seen me demonstrate
Messages.
it,
No. Clock. Reminded.
I'll demonstrate
Calendar.
it all for
Settings.
people who
iTunes Store. App Store. Books.
have not seen me demonstrate the app, and then I'll just assume that I
Books.
know I've done it.
Reading now.
So I'm
Heading.
in the Books app. It opens up with,
Library. Button.
oh no,
Library.
it's in the
Button.
library. Hang on.
Reading now. Heading.
So, when I double tap on the library, I start out with reading now.
Account. Reading now. Heading.
And then
Account.
I've got my
Button.
account. You just double tap on that button if you want to check out your account settings and all the rest of it.
Cover of The World's Most Evil People by Rodney Castleton. Button.
So I'm on the book cover at the moment. I can double tap on that. if
Cover
I
of The
want
World's
to
Most Evil
start
Library.
reading,
Button.
like
Table of
so.
Contents. Button.
That's the table of contents.
Library.
That's
Library.
the library.
Button.
Double
Table.
tap.
Appearance. Button.
Appearance. I don't need that one.
Search. Button.
Searching, I don't really use it, but I guess you could, but I don't use the search thing.
Page bookmark. On. Button.
Page bookmark is on. You can turn it
Page
off.
bookmark. Off.
Or you can turn
Page
it, or
bookmark
you can leave
on.
it turned on. I just don't worry about it. When I turn the bookmark on, and then then I get back to the book later, I don't even worry about the bookmark. You can turn it off if you want to turn it off, but I don't really worry about it.
73 Jean Paul Merritt. Vertical line. The World's Most Evil People. Jean Paul Merritt. 1743 to 1793. Image. -65 PNG. Jean-Paul Marat, one of the leading figures of the French Revolution, was born at Baudry in Neuchâtelon, the 24th of May, 1743. He was the son of Jean-Paul Marat, a designer of Cagliari in Sardinia, and Louise Cabral, who came from Geneva. When his mother died in 1759, Marat set off on his travels, studying medicine for a couple of years at Bordeaux before going to Paris.
Going to read on and on and on and on, right to the very end. So then I'll swipe to the right.
Page chooser. Page 376. Adjustable.
That's page chooser.
Page 375. Murat race. Page 376. Page 377. Page 307.
I'll just leave it on page.
Page chooser. Page 376.
I'll just
Adjustable.
leave it on page 376, so you can swipe your finger up and down to, go forward and back through the pages.
Go back to page 377. Link. Page number 376 of 590. Heading.
So it tells you how many pages there are in the book.
6 pages left. Link.
6 pages left means 6 pages of this chapter left.
6 pages left. Link. Recorder HQ.
Oops.
Table of contents. Library.
Go back
Button.
to the library.
Library. Reading now. Head.
And
Cover of the world's most 6 more actions. Button.
Keep swiping right, so that's more actions.
Recent. Heading.
And then that's recent.
More actions. Button.
More actions.
64 more actions.
If you double
Button.
tap. So
Reading now.
when you're at
Reading
the
now.
very top
Heading.
of the screen where it says reading now, if you swipe right,
Account. Button. Cover of the world's most 64%. More action. 64%.
64% finished. So I'm just over halfway through the book.
More actions. Button.
More actions.
More
Double
action.
Tap that.
The world's most evil people. The
Yep.
world's most Rodney Castleton. Remove. Button.
I'm not removing the book.
Add to want to read. Button.
Add to want to read. I don't need to do that because I'm already reading it.
Add to collection.
Add
Button.
to collection. I don't need to do that, but I could, but I'm not going to do it.
Mark is finished.
Mark
Button.
is finished. I will not do that because I haven't finished it.
Share book. Button.
Share book.
Rate and review.
I could do
Button.
that, or I could rate and
Selected.
review it.
Love. Dislike.
I've already
Button.
clicked on
Cancel.
love,
Cancel.
which means
Button.
that I love the book.
Dislike. Select. Rate and review. Share
I
book.
can then do a
Button.
rate and review, but I don't want to do that. Unless I want to share book, I can share that like so.
Airdrop. Airdrop. Message.
Etc.
Mail. Button. Add to
Not
notes.
going to
Cancel.
bother.
Button.
Actually,
More.
I am going
Copy.
to share
Add to
that
reading.
just for
More.
the sake of
WhatsApp. Twitter. Facebook.
Facebook.
Button. Text field is editing. Say something about this. Ellipsis. Character mode.
I'm gonna
Insertion.
write
Cat Y.
this
Cat T. A. R. E. This. B.
book
P. O. K. Dot I.
is
E. Is.
an
N. N.
awesome
E. E. O. M. E. Awesome. R.
read.
E. E. D. Read.
Then I'm going to go to
Cancel. Facebook. Post.
Post.
Button. Cancel. Button. Reading now. Reading now. Heading. Account.
Okay,
Button.
so I'm at reading
Cover
now. I'll
more
share the
recent.
book.
New Apollo and new the PDF recent
Now.
heading.
Recent means books I've been reading recently.
PDF,
don't
mission-
worry about that. That's my NDIS plan. It's a PDF, but I've opened it as an iBook, so don't worry about that.
The Great Controversy Between Christ and Satan by Ellen Gould Harmon White. 21% completed. Button. The Antichrist by Arthur
So when
W.
it says 21,
The Great Controversy Between Christ and Satan by
completed.
Ellen Gould Harmon White. 21% completed.
when
Button.
it says 21%
Actions available.
completed, it means that I'm, 21% of my way through the book. If it says 1% completed, it means I'm at the very first or second page of the book. So, yeah. Percentage is basically how far I am through the book. And if I want to know exactly how far, I can double tap on the book.
The Great Controversy Between Christ and Satan. Library. Table appear.
And?
Search. Page. The Great Loading. Loading. 25%.
Oh, it's loading. Hang on.
The Great Loading. 49%. The Great Loading. 94%. The Great Controversy Between Christ and Satan. 9. Image. Loading. 94%. Recorder HQ.
Just let it load for a minute and then I'll show you what I do. So this book is 21% completed.
Loading. Loading. 94%. The Great Loading. 94%.
Oh,
Loading.
no.
Loading. 94%.
Oh, don't tell me.
The Great Loading.
This is driving me crazy.
The Great Controversy. Loading. Loading. 94%. The Great Controversy Between Christ and Satan. 9. Capital T. Loading. Loading.
Something's not right somehow. I don't know what it is.
Recorder 97% page search appear table of content loading 94%.
94% loaded. I think I've run out of data.
The great page search appear tape library button.
Oh well, I can't really show you what I would do then.
Table of content appearance search page bookmark on button.
Oh no.
Search appear tape library button.
I've forgotten what page
Loading
I'm at.
94%.
That really sucks. Oh, that drives me crazy. That's just bugging me up already. I'm going to have to use Wi-Fi to... Anyway, what I would have usually done is I would have said, okay, if this is 21% completed, how many pages have I read so far? Which page am I up to? But I can't show you that today because I've run out of... I bought a $5 500 megabytes of data thing today, but clearly I've used that up in about 3 hours, so that sucks. Oh, anyway.
Recorder age 97%. Page appear tape
For anybody wondering,
library.
I am getting Wi-Fi, but I don't have any money because, and this is 95% of people don't understand that a pension is only half of a weekly worker's wage every week. And so $900 a fortnight, then you take out $350, that's about $650 a fortnight that I've actually got, which is the same as a weekly worker's wage, but I'm getting that over 2 weeks, not over 1 week. So yeah, I don't really have money to spend, and yet I spend money every single week. I spend $300 a week. And if you want to assume that that's a lie, don't. I know what I'm talking about. I know how I spend money and what my history is of money spending is, so don't assume that, oh, you're just exaggerating, or if you have no idea, you don't live with me. I mean, yeah, people hang around me and that's fine, but they don't, use my bank account, so how would they know? So yeah, I can't afford internet, I can't afford anything, to be quite honest with you. Yes, it's sober information and it's not something one can easily accept, but unfortunately, I'm living that type of reality and there's nothing to do that can ever change it. If I'm not going to get Wi-Fi by February, it doesn't appear very good that I'm ever going to get Wi-Fi, ever. So don't get too upset that I've said that. It's just, that's how my life is. I can't expect to have a piece of cake and eat it too. I go to the library, the Wi-Fi is good enough there. I don't need a Wi-Fi network at home as much as I want it to be at home. I need Wi-Fi to an extent because I go to the library, but it doesn't work when you live alone and have a pension. You can't have what you want. You just can't. Some people are lucky enough that they've worked in the past and they're looking for another job, and that's great, but I'm not in that situation, so I'm not going to be like everyone else who can do all of these things, because in reality, no, I can't. So, yeah.
Table library button library.
Anyway.
Reading now. Recent. The World's Most Evil PDF. Michelle, the Antichrist by Arthur. New. Seek. Apollo in America. Facing the Lion by. New. Prisoner of War. New. Shot down by. New. Want to read. Books you'd like to read next. Want to read. Heading.
Want to read is a collection that iOS 12, when they redesigned Apple Books, they have added new collections into their app. So I no longer need my own book collections. You can create your own collections, you can, but I don't need to do that. I just use their book collections. I just use their tracking system, and it works quite well. as far as I'm concerned, so I'm going to stick with it. And if I have to make a new collection, I will. But I don't really need to. I don't know, I just don't really... I could create the new books collection. Well, I don't need to do that. Anyway,
Books you'd like to read next.
it says books you'd like to read next, so I've added a lot of books to want to read. Some books that I've added to the want to read collection are already in my library to read. Other books are added and I would have to buy them like so. I'll show you.
The Lost Man by Jane Harper. Wormwood Forest by Mary Marchio. The Last Thing She Told Me by Linda Green. Eyewitness to History by Rodney Castleton. Dork Diaries, Drama Queen by Rachel Renee. Dork Diary, Snow, Should I Stay or Should I Go? Snowing in Bolly by Catherine. Nice Girl by Rachel. See All. Button.
And then there's See All, which I don't need to double tap on because you've got the gist that you'll see all the books that I want to read.
For you. Heading.
And now each book that I do choose to read, that will come out of my... I think it'll come out of my want to read collection. I haven't actually tried that yet. And if it does, or say it doesn't, I can click on remove from want to read. Because if I'm reading it, I don't need it in that want to read collection. I don't need it in that collection anymore because I'm already reading it. The only books that are in want to read are ones that I've read but I'll read it again. Or books that I haven't read before and I want to read them. Yeah, so if I'm actually reading a book, I'm going to remove it from want to read because I know that, like, there are a few books in want to read that I'm currently reading, but I've only done that just to move them out of another collection that I've deleted. And of course I'm going to slowly turn off want to read with books that I'm reading anyway, so it won't really matter which way I go about it. But usually if I want to read a book, then it means it's finished and I'll be reading it again, or I haven't actually read the book before and I want to read it. As soon as I know that I am reading it, I'll take it out of want to read collection and it will, it'll be slid into the finished bookshelf when I finish reading it. And it will be slid onto the Reading Now bookshelf and the most recent reads while I'm reading those books, until otherwise, or until I decide otherwise. So yeah.
Recommendations based on books you purchase or
And
love.
then
For you.
there
Heading.
is a heading called For You, and then it says
Recommendations based on books you purchase or love. Recommendations based on books you purchase or love.
So that means that every book you buy and read, it knows, like Apple Books keeps a record of what you're reading and what you buy, and it gives you book recommendations based on that. And I may not like every book that it chooses, but I'll like most of them.
History of the Phoenician Civilization by George Rawlinson. Button. 50 Brilliant Minds of the Last 100 Years by Rodney Castleton. Button. The Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire, all 6 volumes, by Edward Gibbon. Button.
All 6 volumes. Wow.
Close. Button. Cover. The Decline and Fall of the... All 6 books. Audiobooks. Search. Audiobooks. The Decline and Fall of... All 6... Author. Gift. More act. Buy for $0. Want to read. Buy for $0.99. Button.
See, I can buy that for
Want to read. Sample. Publisher description. Want to read. Off. Button. Sample. Published. The complete. More. Quick facts. Released. 2015. The length. 15,600. Released.
Wow.
Genre. More. The complete 6
I'm going
publisher
to be
description.
buying
Sample. Want to read.
that book.
Off. Button. Buy for
It's only
$0.19.
$2. It's only $1, so I'm going to buy it like so.
Want to
First,
read.
I'm going to add it into Want to Read.
Added.
'cause I
This
wanna
book was
read
added to
it.
your Want to Read collection and can be viewed in Reading Now.
And
Want to
now,
read. On.
if I want to
Button.
buy it, I'll just buy it.
Sample. Button. Recorder HQ. Buy for $0.99.
I
Button.
will buy it, but I don't want Recorder HQ to get my Apple password, so I'm not going to buy it over Recorder HQ, but I will be
Buy
buying
for
it.
$0.09. More. Get. All. The cover. Close. Button. Reading Now. 50 Brilliant. The Decline and Fall of the Devil You Know by Robert Swartwood. Button. The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. Morishit.
Now, I've already got The Diary of a Young Girl, but they keep on updating the diary every year. So
Tiny Prisoners by Maggie. The Last Thing Amidst the Wife see all. Read it before you see it. Heading. Here are the books that have gone from page to screen.
Anyway, I can go on through all of the book sections, but I won't. And I keep on spending money all the time, so if there's a book that I want to buy but I won't buy it immediately, I'm going to add that to want to read as well, so then I can just buy it whenever I feel like it. So yeah, that's basically a wish my throat would stop annoying me. So yeah, that's basically a bit of an idea of the Apple Books app. You can look at the rest of it yourself.
Bookstore. Tab.
On the bottom tab
Library.
there is
Selected. Reading now. Tab. Library. Tab. Bookstore. Tab. Audiobook. Search. Tab.
Audiobooks,
5 of 5.
which has its own tab. I don't read audiobooks very much, but anyone who does can.
Search.
And there is
Tab.
a search
Bookstore.
tab and a
Tab.
bookstore.
Bookstore. Heading. Reading now. Library. Read. Terms and conditions. All genres. Biographies and memoirs.
Now
All
there's
genres.
all genres.
Sci-fi and crime and thriller.
Genres.
Fiction and romance. Genres.
Swiping
See all.
left.
Tell No One by Country at Heart by Mandy. Tell No One by Harlan Coben. Button. Record. Bookstore.
If I
Heading.
don't want to read every single book that's on here because there's millions of them, I
Bookstore.
go to the top
Heading.
of the screen where it says bookstore.
Browse sections. Button.
Browse section.
Staff picks. What to read this month. Our picks for every reader. Limited time prices.
Limited
Page
time
to screen.
prices.
Books made into movies and TV for $4.99. Free book of the week. What happens when the superstar falls for the boy next door? Button.
I'm going to check that book out.
Close.
Actually.
Button.
I'm gonna
Cover.
have a-
Book 1. The cut. Author. Chris.
one.
4 point. Gift. More action. Get. Want to read. Sample. Button. Publisher description. When Hollywood sweetheart, Mia Troy, checks into the Victorian Rose, the only things on her mind are rest and relaxation before she begins work on her new movie in Boston. That is until she meets Sean O'Brien. From the moment she checks in, Mia is drawn to Sean, a reserved man who sees past her celebrity status. The co-owner of a successful bed and breakfast, Sean has accepted his position in life, until the day Mia Troy checks in. Despite his better judgment, Sean can't ignore his physical attraction to Mia. Soon he gives in to his desire, telling himself all she wants is a quick fling to pass the time. As they spend time together, his feelings grow. But can love between two people from such different worlds ever last? More. Apple Book. Each week, we feature a free and entertaining book of the week. It's the stuff daydreams are made of. A Hollywood superstar moves in next door. More. Quick fact. Released. Length. 258. Publisher. Seller. Christina Tetraoil. Language. Size. 8. Customer review. Quick facts. Size. 834.1. Custom. See all. All your books. By Josie Giral on the 20th of August. 5 stars. I just love all your books. They make me feel happy. Quick
I'm
facts.
going to
Language.
check
And
something
page 6 of
out.
6.
See, they make books free, but at the same time,
Customer
do I
reviews.
wanna
Page 4.
actually
Page 2.
buy-
Page 2. Page 1
so
of
book 1 is free. Do I really
Page
want
cover.
to buy
Close. Cover. Book 1. The Courage to Love. Author. The Courage to Love.
the other
Heading.
books?
Book 1. Love on the North Shore. Button. Heading. Cover. Book 1. Love on the North Shore. Button. The Courage to Love. Back button. Love on the North. The Courage to Love by Love on the North Shore. Heading.
The series is called Love on the North Shore. Do I really want to buy all these
The Courage to
books?
Hometown. The Playboy Next Door by Hometown Love by Christina Tetraold.
Hometown
Button.
Love.
The Playboy Next Door by Christina Tetraold.
Playboy Next
Button.
Door.
In His Kiss by Christina Tetraold. In His Kiss
In
by
His
Christina
Kiss.
Tetraold. A Promise to Keep by Christina Reading now.
Promise
Tab.
to Keep.
1 of 5. A Promise. In His The Play
Um,
Home. The Courage to Love by Christina. Love on the North.
No, maybe I
Courage
might
to Love.
not.
Love on
I'll
the North
check
Shore.
out this
Love on the
next
North
one
Shore.
and make a
Heading.
decision.
The Courage to Love by Christina. Hometown Love by Christina Tetraold.
I'll make a
Close.
decision.
Button. Cover. Book 2. Hometown Love. Author. 4 point. Gift. More. But want to read. Sample. Pub. Less than be greater than neither was looking for love. Less than / be greater than. Everyone in North Salem thinks they know Jessie Quinn. She is the town's quintessential girl next door. The woman you can always turn to when you need a helping hand. Nobody knows that she's spent years overcoming the emotional scars left by her last boyfriend. As a single dad and task force officer with the FBI, Mac Elsbury moves back to North Salem to be closer to his family, not to find love. Then Jessie Quinn returns to his life. Soon Mac no longer sees Jessie as the quiet girl he once tutored in high school, but rather the
Anyway,
more
I'll
quick
check.
length. Publisher. Length. 299. Publisher.
Seem like pretty good books.
Recorder HQ. Less than be greater than neither was.
Well,
Less than be greater than.
what I can
Bookstore.
do is-
Head. Free book of the week. What happens when the superstar.
If I add it to want to read and then decide that I don't want to read it, I can just remove it. Or no, I won't do that because then there'll be too many books that I've got in want to read that I don't want anyway. No, I won't do that. I'll check out next week's free book and see what it reckons. I might really like it or I might not. I bought a free book last week and it's part of another series that I'll be buying as well. See, I can't get a free book and then decide that I don't want the rest of the series. I don't do that. I need to know that I'm going to enjoy the whole series. I know there'll be boring parts in the series. I know that some books won't be as interesting as other books. I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about the fact that I need to know that I want all of the books in the series to start with. I don't want the first or the second book and then think, the other books I don't really like what they talk about, or there's too much hard language to understand, it's too archaic, or it's too drawn out, or, it just has to be interesting in such a way that I want all of the series. So you get a free book and the other books might be ranged between $5 and $15 for the books, for each book, depending on how big the book is and all the rest of it. So yeah, if I want the whole series, then I'll get the free book. If I don't, I wait for next week's free book. And then sometimes I'll buy a whole series without buying a free book. It just depends on how much money I've got to buy a book. And I know I've got 260 something books there, but I can't help myself. I've just got to get the newest, latest book, I suppose. But in saying that, I've got a lot of other books I need to finish reading, and I'll be doing that. And then as I finish reading books, I will be going through other books that I've pre-bought years ago and go through them and buy some new books along the way and keep reading my other books that I've already bought, etc. So forth and so forth. So that's how I do it.
4G, bookstore, heading,
And
audiobooks,
then there's
tab, 4 of 5.
audiobooks. I don't use audiobooks, but for anyone that does
Free book
use
of the week.
audiobooks,
What audiobooks?
you just double
Audiobooks.
tap on the
Heading.
tab.
Yes, Optus Network. Audiobooks. Browse sections.
Then you
Button.
get browse sections as usual.
Award winner. Listen to this year's Man Booker winner. Button. Featured collection. Here are 10 audiobooks everyone will love. Button. Read by the author. This guide is designed to shake up the boardroom. Guest collection. Mark Manson
Anyway, you've got a whole list of books you can read there. You've got hundreds of bloody thousands of them. You'll be there all day and, if you like it, all night.
Selected. Search.
Search.
Tab. Search. Heading.
Self-explanatory, but you swipe to
Apple
the
Books.
right.
Search field. Apple
Books.
Search field.
You just type in your search term.
Recent.
You double tap on search. Then there's recent,
Clear. Button.
clear.
Recent. Clear. Radiation sickness. Clear. Recent. Recent. Clear. Radiation.
my,
Radiation poison. Dog diary.
Searches,
Trending. Nora Roberts. Marion.
etc. Not really
Search.
that interesting, but I've got my search terms and keywords and that there that I can double tap on, because they'll update the Apple Books library every day of the week, and one day I'll find something that wasn't in there last month. It'll turn up sometime in the next 5 years or so.
Reading now. Tab.
If I
1
wanted
of
to
5.
find something on radiation sickness, it may not be there now, but it will turn up one day, but not that I would care. Well, I do and I don't. I like to read about nuclear warfare and all sorts of things like that. Anyway, I'm
Reading
going to
now.
double tap
Tab.
on
1 of
reading
5.
now.
Reading now. Account. Button.
And now I'm back in reading now, and that concludes my demo of the Books app. For anybody that doesn't know yet, I need to get more data. I think I'm going to do that because I need it, and yeah, is all I can say. Anyway, I'll be coming back very soon. Or should I say I'll be coming back again possibly tomorrow, because I don't think there's any more that I can think of to say at the minute.
Cover of the great controversy between Christ and Satan. Book dog. Page 2. 13. Word count. Budget. Voice. Recorder. Recorder HQ. Recorder HQ. Settings. Dimmed. 9:27 p. Pause. Stop. Button.